Right. Welcome back. Day 8, I believe. Maybe wrong. And these videos are unscripted. So I'd like to first talk about procrastination. Now, I'm an avid procrastinator. And I think this is common in entrepreneur circles, founder circles, startup circles, even employee circles, right? Where you've got people quiet quitting, or you have people who focus on tasks that are low value. We all do it because it makes us feel productive, and it's things that have less friction, quicker dopamine hits, less bureaucracy, but they don't move the dial, they don't move the needle to the extent that we want. So I'm guilty of this. Now, the fact that I have the self-awareness that I'm guilty of it is a good start, right? So even things like recording these videos, for some reason, I always seem to leave them until the end of the day, and I might spend time doing this, that, and the other, right? So it is a problem, but it's early days. But executing, once I open the door, it's all about speed, right? Speed, but also speed and accuracy, precision. So one of my goals I'm going to set myself is to stop procrastinating, and I'm going to do that by having a review every morning and deciding what it is that's a critical task for the day. Now, I have improved the pace. I have been doing the critical task for the day, but there's always something that crops up unexpected, right? Which I know from I have people in my family who've had businesses, and they might say, okay, you're waiting for sending an invoice out, and you're waiting for payments from people, and the bottlenecks, there's things that stop things proceeding in the order that you want, right? Because of things that maybe are out of your control. For me, for example, the passport case to set up an LLC, of course, I had to go and get a passport, and now I had to get someone to verify my identity, which I've now done today, by the way, which is great, but it's these little things that cause the process to be slowed down, out of our control. But listen, like the Stoics said, focus on what you can control and not on what you can't control, which is simple but great advice. And a lot of people in day-to-day life get worked up over things they can't control. Now, I promised you 2 videos ago at the end that I would have a continuation of location strategy. Now, this is critical in this business. This is everything. I did realise that it is possible to sell routes. Through my research, you can sell routes online, right? Not only that, you can also be a location sourcer. You can run a location network, which is great, and then it has opportunity in that if I'm running audit footfall audits, then that may be of use to other people, whether that's retail businesses or other vending businesses or whatever it may be, infrastructure, could be this, could be that, right? So it is an area of the business that is so important. Now, I want to show you the refined, advanced strategy. If I show you my display, and I minimize myself, okay, so you see OBS software is what I'm using, guys. If you don't know, get to know, great software. So here I have designed a simple logo on Canva. Took me 10 minutes, and I'm pretty happy with it. I don't need to be spending hours on end or nickety-pickety with the colours, with the shades, with the... just get something out there. And this is another thing I do with procrastinating. Perfectionism is a form of procrastination. In my head, the reason I have so many blockages for so many things is I'm a perfectionist. And I think perfectionism, or being a perfectionist, comes from... It stems from an inadequacy to some degree, right? Because all things come from primal four emotions, right? Love, fear, inadequacy, or desire, right? And perfectionism, in some way, comes from that. So my challenge is just getting something out there, which is why I'm so happy with this logo. Not because I think it's the best logo in the world. I do think it's the best logo in the world, but because I know I've done it in 10 minutes, I've got it out there, and I can iterate. That's what it's all about, iterating. So even with my location strategy, okay, it started out in my notes, guys. I showed you the notes from last time. So yeah, when you saw it last time, you probably thought it was very rough and not so ready, right? But I've refined it. So I've done a bit of research. Best 3 location types: medical facilities, residential properties, and multi-shift warehouses. So we have that intel. So let's go down them avenues. University buildings. I've been in them shoes. I've been a student. I've been in lecture halls whereby I'm waiting for these lecturers who always seem to be late, waiting for them, and I'll buy something, I'll purchase something. Now, the University of Huddersfield, which is where I'm from, Huddersfield, they have a national centre. Where is it? National Health and Innovation Centre, right? On campus, which is literally being established as of, I believe it's 2024, 2025, with developments coming into 2026, January 2026, this Emily Sidden building. So it's a great place to have what my prospective idea is, because it is a health innovation, right? And it couldn't be better positioned as an exemplary device, right? An exemplary machine. So we've got contacts for that. And as you see, guys, I've put postcodes in, which I didn't have before. I've put contacts of who I can speak to for investments in certain locations. Apartment complexes. So Huddersfield, where I'm from, we don't really have a large number of high-rises, okay? You look at cities like Manchester, ridiculous number of high-rises popping up all the time, cranes in the sky all the time, really nice luxury apartments, premium apartments, complexes that are complexes where there's a lot of footfall, a lot of traffic, right, going through these designated zones. Common areas, great. So Huddersfield doesn't have that as such. It does have suites. It has suites, but suites are not as good because there's not long-term tenants, and there's a lot of. Maybe I'm wrong. Look, this is a hypothesis, but I'd say your residential apartments, people are more likely to linger, to pass, than someone who's in a suite. When I say a suite, I mean temporary, right? They're more likely to be visiting, maybe on a work trip, and they'll go out for dinner. But for me, I may be wrong, guys. I may be wrong. Medical centres, great. Again, look at some of the reviews on this. 1,200 reviews at a private hospital. Now, gyms we know about could be saturated to an extent, but I'm going to tell you something shortly that may be a game changer, right? And then you've got miscellaneous. So this one, Donaldson Vets, right? 800 reviews, HD5, which is Almonbury area, sort of southeast Huddersfield. Open 24 hours is brilliant. People spend 25 minutes there on average, great. And also, sounds a bit bittersweet, but people are low-key stressed, right? And that's when you make more impulsive decisions, right? So great. Titanic Mills, infamous spa, which is great, but it's a sort of place where they do offer Prosecco, coffees, biscuits, cake. Manor House is great, but again, it has a restaurant in there. Now, Dovestones Reservoir, Digley Reservoir, you're probably thinking, how would a machine operate there? And this is what I'm going to tell you guys. 2026, we have smart machines, which are brilliant. So I'll tell you how these operate another time because I'm conscious of time. But I'm looking at smart machines, and I'm looking at outdoor IP approved machines, right? So both of these allow then lower footfall traffic for the smart machines because of how the customer operates. Okay, so they purchase more items through the whole way of it working, right? And then these outdoor machines are obviously great. I've mentioned 2 reservoirs there that are in the locality, and that's an advancement, guys, because it allows outdoor placement, right? And when you're in these, pardon me, Dovestones Reservoir, you've seen 1.6k reviews, right? Yes, it's seasonal to some degree, but it's still a great place. Somewhere I would love to buy an iced coffee. Somewhere I would love to buy an energy bar, right? So it's great that we have these modern machines that utilize telemetry, AI, smart vending, cashless payments, weatherproof hardware. All these different things are great and advancements and innovative that allow the business to operate in a range of different locations. Now, let me just go to... Okay, so you'll see here, if I just go to the top, you'll see how... You'll see here, look, so we've got tier 1, which are arranged, and you'll see high footfall locations. So we'll put them into hook.io. Then we have tier 2, mid footfall. These are the ones that smart machines can operate in that we would not have possibly been able to put traditional vending machines in before, because of people buy one item because of the friction and the time taken and just the way it works, right? The old machines don't have this aesthetic nature, but also the reduced friction, right? Medical places, which is also tier 2, apartment complexes. In Huddersfield, not a great location for that, but as you've seen in my notes, it's a great residential accommodation, is great in other locations. We've got the university estate, which is great because you get contracts there where I can speak to one person and I may be able to place 3-4 machines, right? Outdoor leisure, as I was mentioned, which we've got the reservoirs, different car parks there. So we're gonna put in hook.io in different batches these locations, right? Donaldson's Vets, as I say, brilliant one. That one I'm really excited about. Now with these smart machines, it is sort of, you may need to refill. Now that sounds bad because you're putting more hours in, you're needing more hours, but it's great because it means you're selling, right? So great. And then I queried Claude about scraping, which, yes, they can do that manually through reviews. I can do that through AI assisted, with Claude being one of the better ones for scraping. And then you can use a formal scraper, things like Outscraper. And now I'm going to set that as a step between the desk research and between the audits. Guys, I appreciate you watching. I'm going to end the video there for now. Hope you got some value. I hope you stay following. I hope you follow the journey. I know it's early, and I know these videos are not too polished, but listen, I'm just glad to be getting things out there. It's 10 past 8. I wanted to go to bed. I didn't go to bed. I focused on this video, and for that, I'm proud of myself. So, thank you guys, and stay tuned.